didn't even check the camera angle before we went live then. Hello, everyone. Ow. Hello, everybody. Hello, beautiful people. Hello, wonderful channel members. Hello, viewers. Hello, subscribers. Hello, beautiful people of the Great Hall. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another 40k After Dark. Yes, it will be a normal 40k After Dark. We might talk a little bit about 40k. But actually, typically, we're going to talk about nonsense and rubbish and crap. And at some point in the very near future, Luce will join us. She's just out walking the dog right now. And we'll continue to talk about shit. This is, however, my excuse to have a drink. We gave the great news yesterday about the new studio, and I told you I was terrified, and I am terrified. Today I'm feeling slightly less terrified. Today I did a bit of cup emptying. Went and saw my dearest tattoo friend, who is a person who likes to be paid in models, which suits me, obviously. And so I went and saw him today, and I've had some time, because he's in Birmingham, I'm in Southampton. I had some time for reflection on the drive up, drive back, and I've started to get very, very excited. And as the title says, I've also started to become extremely grateful. So it's just going to be a bit of a wholesome stream, I think. A bit of cup emptying today, yes. Yes, it does mean that I have a very sore leg. And I might wince a little bit when I move around here because I keep forgetting and I'm knocking it already. And my tattoo artist would be very upset with me if he found that out to be true. But what a great week. The reason why I've also got very excited, 110 people in chat. Reason why I've got very excited, not this.
How is Joe, the national treasure that must be protected at all cost? Oh yeah, and congrats on the studio. It will help protect Joe, the national treasure that must be protected at all cost. Custodes.
Drop that day. Thank you for the 10 as well. Thank you also for becoming a Jarl 2 member right before the stream as well. You're an absolute hero. You're a legend. Joe's okay. He was in pain this morning when I spoke to him. I have recently messaged him to check up and see if he's still okay. I've not heard from him yet. He was supposed to be going to an RTT tomorrow, which he was contemplating not going to because of the pain he was in this morning. So we will have to... we will probably have to wait and see in the morning as to how he's feeling for his RTT, bless him. But yeah, he was okay today. He's better, obviously, because the tooth's out. He's got to heal now because... I don't know if he told you guys on stream, but they had to cut his gum to get in to take the tooth out. So it was actually like a mini... Fuck off, bug. It's actually like a mini surgery. But I think he's okay. I think he's all right. And thank you for the 10 drop there, Dave. You're an absolute legend. Thank you so much, Jarl Grimna, for becoming a Huskarl tier member as well. You beautiful people. But yes, exciting news today, chat. 130 people in chat right now. Hit those buttons for the exciting news. The exciting news is this. We have now a provisional date to take hold of the keys for the studio. It is this month. It is Monday, potentially Monday, the 25th of September. We get our hands on the keys, which means my plans to build it out in October and go live in November are very much a possible reality right now. So, and I'm going to say this once today on stream, right? I'm going to say this just once at the moment, unless people ask. Top link in the video description and pinned in the chat is the link to donate directly via PayPal, meaning YouTube doesn't take a cut. A load of people have done it. You've been incredible. I think I'm more comfortable with this than a crowdfunder, because crowdfunders, you can see what people have pledged and all that. And I haven't really got time to set up all the kind of rewards and stuff like I spoke about yesterday. So if you want to support the channel, there's multiple ways you can do it. You become a member, you can gift members, you can super chat. We've seen all those things happen so far because Tim has just come in right now and gifted 10. Thank you so much, Tim. You absolute legend. We've seen the super chat already. We've seen and people becoming members all by themselves. What you can also do if you really want to is you can hit that PayPal link and donate towards the studio. Because I was, as I said yesterday, expecting to have 3 to 4 months to save up for the deposit and the fit out. And now we probably have maybe 10 days. But it is exciting. It is exciting. We're going somewhere. How amazing is that? Thank you so much, Tim, for the gift of 10, by the way, man. You're an absolute hero. Tim gifts so frequently. Thank you so much, man. What a legend. Look at those fresh member. I love a fresh member. But congratulations on making it to the end of the week, chat. Hopefully, if you're in Discord, you've been looking at the weekend workshop. Gaz has set up the normal, give us your goals, give us your targets, let us know what you want to achieve this weekend. It's a good little kick up the arse. Maybe you can share it in chat tonight. I don't have a topic. I'm just grateful and excited right now. And I was starting to look this morning at things I might need to build the studio out to kind of like segregate areas, set up different sets and all that kind of stuff. So basically, I'm just really happy, really grateful, really excited right now, quite apprehensive, a little bit nervous, quite terrified. Just want to hear about your weeks. So I'm interested in. Yeah, Grimlock, thank you for the 5 and the trumpet. And I thought for a little moment the little blue man with the trumpet up is,
Stellar week for me here. Bought the big family house, big promotion at work to manage the whole of the production side of the business, and little man's first tooth has cut.
Rambo, what a great week. That sounds like amazing news, man. Rambo's little one's just started cutting teeth. Loses in from walking the mutt, who has to have an operation. Is it next week or operation a week after? Next week? Next week. So she has to have an operation. She's getting old now. She should have an operation. It's yeah. I don't know how we have the talk with the kids if it ever gets to that in the next couple of years, but at some point we'll have to. So when is the calendar coming? Pass, Mr. Lehman Russ. Pass. Steve, thank you so much for the poo. Congrats on the, I haven't said that for ages actually. Congrats on the studio news. Thanks. Donated through PayPal. Start new job on Tuesday, so we'll upgrade from gifted membership. Steve, you don't have to do that. You've already donated through PayPal. Thank you so much. Stu, thank you so much for the gifted membership as well. You're a hero. I only just got your Discord message today. I don't know. It was sat in a pending thing that I hadn't seen. I'm sorry. I've only just seen it. I did reply to you today, though, by the way. Although I think this message was from a long time ago. You plugged in now. You happy? And everyone can say good evening to. I've said to them tonight, I don't really have a topic at all. It's like I'm a little bit less. I drove up to Birmingham today to get tatty slapped by Mr. The Josh and his fucking needle. I had some time to reflect on the way up there. Sat in the chair.
Great news about the studio. First class. The brick idea is great. How about a mug with coffee with Liam by Skill and by Coffee? Ren 5th Gear had the better studio, but Top Gear better content.
Thanks so much, Stu. Thanks, you're a hero. I've got some ideas of what we can do with merch and stuff in the future. I don't know how I'm going to make this brick thing work right now because so many people have gifted via PayPal already, but we'll come up with something. But thank you so much anyway for the 10, Stu. You're a legend. I love you. So yeah, I was saying to him, I had some time to reflect on the drive up there. I sat there today in my chair, fucking biting my finger, swearing a lot at Josh because it was really fucking painful today. And some time to reflect on the way home. So I emptied my cup a bit. So I've just started to get incredibly excited. We also got given a provisional date for the keys. So I'm just grateful. That's it.
Kill, maim, burn. May your new studio please corn and provide much room for many big members bumping into one another. Also big wow.
Thank you so much. Machine Oblivion for the 20. I'm sure big members can bump into each other at the studio. So what I've said to chat is I don't have anything to talk about. We can just chat our usual Friday nonsense. But what they can do is they can tell me about their weeks if they want to. And something exciting. Hence Rambo said, big promotion at work, little one cut his teeth, etc. So, yeah.
Oh, I think
exciting.
The worst thing about cutting teeth is when they get a cold alongside it. Because you're already giving Calpol for teeth. There's already nappy rash because of teeth. And now there's a cold. I hated them cutting teeth. Yeah,
I mean, you dealt with it more than I did, to be fair. So you know, I can't say too much about it because you dealt with it more than I did.
Especially when they're just grabbing anything to put in their mouth, and then you're chatting to a friend, and somehow your finger ends up in their mouth, and they chomp down.
Nice.
Holy moly.
Thank you so much, Drop Dead Dave, for the gifted 10 as well. You're a hero. 23 new members already on the stream. You beautiful people. Marty, Remy, but you're still a sprog. 2478 2520 here, Steve. I won't give the rest of my number. No, I don't, obviously. Did you clock that audio clip I posted in the Council of Nids? No. I didn't know. Frank's give us some good news. I had the shits all week.
Nice.
So you can take that piss of negativity, Frank, and we can turn it into a bit of weight loss. There you go. Positive. Turn it positive. Right, turn it positive.
I hope you've replaced your electrolytes.
To be fair, as much as I got more excited today because we got given the key date and I started to plan out the things we might need to put in the studio to start setting it all up and getting it ready. And I got excited and I was feeling really grateful. There was also some negativity today, Luce.
Oh.
Yeah. It comes in the form of orange and silver cones. Do you think that there'll ever be a time ever in the world ever where we can drive somewhere that's more than half an hour away and not have some form of roadworks
No.
with some form of average speed check?
No. Oh, yeah, on the news this morning, somewhere is going down to a national residential speed limit of 20.
Wales.
Wales,
And
that's it.
Scotland are doing it as well. A national 20 for residential areas. And they're encouraging England to do it. They can fuck off.
Yeah, 20 miles an hour.
20 miles an hour.
No one's going to... Well, some people will do it, but not enough to... What do they call it? Like, it's not... Is it herd mentality? When enough of you do it, the rest follow. But enough people won't do it because... You said yourself, it'll add to pollution. People pootling along at 20.
I'm just like I'm just so sick of fucking roadworks. Like Luce has family in Coventry, as I'm sure you guys are all aware right now. My tattoo artist is Birmingham. I've frequently been up to Warhammer World in Nottingham. My job used to require me in my previous job to go to London, Bristol, Doncaster, Plymouth. And I don't think in the last fucking 10 years I've driven anywhere in the UK longer than an hour away where I haven't got into some kind of fucking roadworks for some lane improvement shit. Or at the moment, the big one is we're improving your safety by replacing the central reservation. And the worst part is they finished the roadworks. I'm like, it looks the same. I don't know what you've done. We've had fucking 30 years worth in this country of them going, we're introducing smart motorways. The motorways aren't that smart, to be honest with you, because it's a person behind the cameras that has to change them anyway. So it's not the motorway's not smart, so that's bullshit to start with. Anyway, we're introducing smart motorways. How are they introducing smart motorways in a tiny country that hasn't got any real space to expand? We'll just replace the hard shoulder. Cool.
Yeah, where's the ambulance going to...
Guess what happened last year, I think it was? Deemed more unsafe by the courts. We're going to stop making all these smart motorways that we've just been making for the last 30 years. No. Guess what's probably going to happen in the next 5 or 10 years? We're going to revert them all back. Another 30 fucking years of roadworks. Some cunt who quotes our government for roadworks is laughing.
I've got a 60-year plan.
I reckon what he did is he was like, that piece of work. We'll quote 2 months. We'll quote 2 months. It'll take January, March, and then so government it'll take 2 months. This will cost you this. It's going to cost you £1 million a month. 2 months work, right? Government goes, okay, 2 months is quick. We'll take that. Cool. Okay, brilliant. Just 2 months goes. £2 million spent. Take another month, innit?
We found a pipe that we didn't know was there and we've dinged it. I'm very sorry.
It took a bit longer than we expected. So take another month, another £1 million. Government's like, well, I mean, you've started now, so you might as well finish another £1 million. Okay, cool, brilliant. And then the next month goes by. We're now in April. Take another month, innit?
Fuck it, it's Easter.
And the government goes, okay, so how much have you done then? As a percentage, you've now had 4 months. How much have you done as a
10%?
percentage? I've probably done about 10%. So how many more months do you need? Probably another month. Just another month. £1 million. And I think that's what happens, right? And then after that month, it's like 5 months done now. £5 million done. How much have you done? So are you like 80% now? Because you said 10% before, but you said only a month. So I assume what you've done is you've done all the ground.
12%?
Probably about 15% now. Okay, so how long is it going to take you? Probably another month. And I think that's what happens. And then they finish the fucking roadworks in Southampton or wherever they are, right? And then what happens is they go to the next set of roadworks in fucking Coventry, the M42, and they go, so we want you to do the same thing here now. Longer stretch of motorway. How long is it going to take you? 2 months? £1 million a month? That's what happens. And the government just goes, we're going to keep paying. Because I don't know why it takes so fucking... Well, I do know why it takes so fucking long. Because every single time I think I've ever driven through roadworks, no one's there. Unless they've employed the fucking borrowers, in which case I understand why it's taking so long. No one's ever there.
So I think they're on to you now because we passed a sign that said, it may look like nobody's here. We work at night time. They're on to you now.
I drive at night time sometimes. They're never there.
They're on to you.
No one's ever there. And when they do roadworks at night time, they'll pick the back roads up by like fucking Warminster or whatever, and all they do is they shut... And I swear, this is another person who I think has probably one of the most fun jobs in the world. Because what they do, Luce, is they go, need a roadwork on this road. So they shut the road, and they go, diversion, that way. And that's the last sign you see. Just points me into the New Forest in the pitch fucking black, and there's badgers and foxes and deers and fucking ponies everywhere, and he just goes, diversion that way. No other sign. No other sign. That's it. And I've done it before when my sat nav then continuously loops me back to the closed road. It goes, road closed, diversion that way. Like, oh, okay, I'm there. You end up bouncing down the fucking road until you finally get to a point where it's like, oh, the road's open again now.
I am from near Belfast and a mate was visiting recently. He mentioned that everything looks so new, yeah. There is a reason for that. We used to do window rebuilding.
Steve, thank you for the gift for the 10, man. You're here, right? Taylor, thank you for the gifted. Get Down Goblin, thank you for the 5 gifted. So that's 6 to add to this, which is 29. 20.
Oh, Liam, you got a road worker in here.
Oh. Well, I mean, he's clearly not fucking working, is he? And it's night time. We've just proved it. I'm a road worker, but he's on his phone watching a stream, chat. This is what's going on. This is the problem. You know why? You know why? Because in 2 weeks, he'll be like...
Just another month?
Probably another month. £1 million. We've proved it now. Okay. Also, thank you, Taylor, for the 5. My 10-month-old said hi, Dada, for the first time, and I'm 85% sure I'm getting a new upgrade and a job.
Aww.
That's a good week. That's an incredible week. Good to hear that, man. Share your good positive stories. But there you go. We've just proven what's going on with road. Like, I don't understand as well how. And also with the smart motorway system, this is mini rant territory now. With the smart motorway system, how did no one check the safety before they fucking agreed to build it everywhere?
I did wonder, how are the fire engines going to get down? How are the ambulances going to get down? They've done the hard shoulder as a smart motorway for the busiest times of day. Isn't that statistically more likely to be the most accident-prone time of day as well?
I've also come up with the solution to make the roads safer. I know how to make the roads safer in the UK.
Just don't go on them.
No, I like riding and driving, so that's not the answer. But it's kind of right. You're kind of there. Do you know the answer? Stop letting fucking morons drive.
Oh, see now.
That's the answer. That's what you need. You don't need smart motorways. Don't need central reservation improvements. Stop letting morons drive.
You touched on this when you passed your bike test, because there was a girl doing her driver's test and she parallel parked, or
she didn't.
But yeah, that was it.
If that was her parking, then she managed to pass. If that was her parking, then she's stolen that car. but to be fair, what you're getting at is true. The bike examiner had stated that the driving tests for vehicles, for cars, for 4-wheel drive for cars, had been relaxed in recent years. The standard required to pass is lower than it was before. Machine Oblivion, thank you for the gifted, man. You're a hero. Sven, thank you for the gifted 5. 6 more. I didn't update it properly last time. I got too angry. So we're on 35.
Oh my God. Gargoyle says, remember that motorway where they made lane 3 into the bus lane? What?
But the thing is, right? The thing that really fucks me off is, do you know what the smart motorway does do? You know what it does do? It makes government money.
Yeah.
Because what does the smart motorway do? It allows them to just 50 limit here, 60 limit here, 70 limit here. We're talking miles per hour, by the way, for all those in the EU. None of that kilometres nonsense, right? And then what they do is they put these little stealth cameras on these on the plinths, and they can move them about. They've got the ability to move them up and down, so they can change position for the cameras, so you never know exactly where they are. And they'll just go 6. And I've driven like the smart motorway now, just outside Southampton, that goes towards Portsmouth. I've driven on that where there's no traffic at all, no problems whatsoever, down to 60 zone. No reason for it whatsoever. The only reason why is going to go flash. Thank you. That's fucking 60 quid. Job done.
You should be able to appeal that. There should be a reactionary time average that a driver should be given, like a grace period of, well, you did that when he was 5 seconds away from the camera. That's not fair. Surely that's entrapment somehow.
Well, I think so.
Has to.
I think it's entrapment. But good luck arguing it.
Yeah.
Skippy has proven that he is in fact magnificent.
He is.
It was gifted 50. What a fucking legend. Thank you, Skip. You're amazing. Can we avoid talk of motorways and speed limits, as it is really rage-inducing? It is rage-inducing, Garsty. And I've been 5 hours on fucking motorways, so you can't see that Luce is saluting, by the way.
Yeah.
5 hours on fucking motorways today. And I'm fed up of roadworks, because I've been driving. I'm fucking 36. Yes, I know I don't look a day over 25. I'm 36 years old, so I've been driving for over 18 years now, because I got my license at 17, mid to late 17 years old. I got my license. No, mid 17 I got my license. So I've been driving for over 18 years, I'm not sure if I've ever been on a long journey that hasn't had some kind of fucking roadworks. And yet when the roadworks all finish, somehow the roads are still all shit as well. That's the thing that gets me. If we had an immaculate road system, I'd be like, cool, okay, I accept the fact that there's always roadworks, but at least we've always got good roads. They're always neat, they're always smooth, they're always clear, they're always clean. But they're fucking horrendous road systems. And I almost watched a complete wipeout today. Because someone just wasn't looking, went to change lanes, wasn't looking, and I said to you, I was on the phone to you at the time. I was like, and I'm surprised you didn't hear the horns.
No, I didn't.
Because just people just weren't looking, just that way. I'm gonna wipe. Fucking people do. There's the amount of times you get like, you know how the road marking. You probably don't know actually, so I'm probably asking the wrong fucking person. But you know when you get to a junction, and the road markings change the quick dots to be like, this is the slip road.
Yeah.
And then there's lots of signs.
Yeah.
And you get those people that go fucking flying down the outside, and right at the last part of that slip road go, now I'm going to go in.
Aren't the signs a 3, 2, 1? So
the ones on the left-hand side,
yeah.
they're a 3, 2, 1, the mile markers, so 0.3 of a mile, 0.2 of a mile, 0.1 of a mile.
Yeah.
But the actual road marking itself, so that when that gets to that 0.1 of a mile, you then get the dotted road starts, which shows that's a slip. But people I'm so sick of, and the government solution, right? Smart motorways so we can make more money, but actually what we've done is we've blocked the emergency services and we've blocked people's ability to ditch their car somewhere if they're having problems and get out of traffic. We've blocked that because we've got a smart motorway. So in a busy time of day, we open up the extra lane because it's a smart motorway, not that fucking smart though, if there is a crash and the police, fire, ambulance can't get to that person. Mm-hmm. I hope it never happens. I hope this never ever happens. But I hope that if this ever occurs and a smart motorway is fully open because it's a busy time of day and someone's involved in an accident, they can prove that if the ambulance and fire had got there sooner, they'd have saved a life. I hope the government gets fucking sued for it because it's fucking irresponsible and stupid and just a moneymaker. So their answer is smart motorways, more speed cameras, reducing the residential national limit to 20 and a wider ULEZ zone. What do all those things do?
Pollute.
Make the government more money. That's what they do. That's what it's about. National Residential Zone 20. Yeah, Germany's got the Autobahn with an unlimited top speed. Unbelievable.
Feel better?
No, it's shit. It's just shit. And the everyman is the one that ends up on the road. You know, I'm fucking lucky nowadays. I don't actually have to travel for my job. But when I used to have to travel for my job, unbelievable. Honestly. Vote Liam and Joe for office. No more morons on the road. Exactly, Brood Rooster Paul. Me and Joe, the team in general, me, Joe, Paddy and Brom and Eddie and Chris will start a new government. We'll call it the Imperium of Man. A new government. I'll be the Prime Minister. I reckon, what would Joe be? We're stumbling at the first hurdle here. What could Joe be? I mean, he could be the Chancellor of Exchequer because his maths is probably as good as Diane Abbott. So
maths.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said that way on purpose. Brom could be like the Health Minister because really interested in dentistry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that we managed to get Chat to believe he was a dentist for like a year.
Chris could be Head of Education because we could introduce PAL.
PAL.
PAL. PAL. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pain assisted learning.
Ooh. Okay.
So you basically keep beating people till they get it. Mm-hmm. That's how that works.
It's been proven to do something.
We need to find a job for Eddie and a job for Paddy.
Okay. Paddy's good at organising.
Yeah.
Eddie's good at...
Stop there. He's been in chat the last few nights. He's not in chat tonight, so I'm going to abuse him. Go on. Eddie's good at...
Oh,
Go on, finish your sentence, Luce. All pressure on you now. Finish your sentence.
This is really bad. I don't actually know all the departments of government.
Well, no one does.
I feel like people step down and get replaced and cabinets shuffled so often, it's difficult to keep up. So I don't really know who does what. Who's the person that spins shit?
Spins shit?
Yeah, like spin doctors. Who's that guy? Who does that for the government? When they're like, this is a potential problem, give it to him. He'll somehow make it fine.
And we can get into government and be like, you know what? Our offices that have been refurbished a year ago, they don't need a £45 million improvement. We could probably put that money into sorting the concrete issue out in schools. Probably do that. And then if someone goes, got this idea to upgrade the motorway, but whoa, stop right there. What's the idea? Rather than going, 2 months.
Just never
£1
mind.
a month. Cool. Okay. Mordy Hammer, thank you for the 5 gifted, man. You're a hero. I think we'd make a good government, to be fair, Lise. What job would you want?
None of it.
No?
I from what small level mental health I have, I keep and hold of that with both hands. I'm not going anywhere near a government position.
I think you make a good foreign minister so you can go to all the airports on foreign visits. Yes, then that's Eddie's job now. We can get him lost in an airport. And then if you make Eddie foreign minister, so he's got to travel all the time, everywhere he goes, we take one picture. We've got a new Where's Eddie? Yeah, exactly. It'll just
He won't even need a suitcase because it's the same outfit.
His government uniform will be a red and white stripy jumper. That'll be it.
Oh.
Spin Doctor, Minister for Information and Communications.
Yeah. So I would make Eddie some kind of spin doctor, but not spinning problems because the government have fucked up. I would just be like, I've got this really normal, boring thing, but I need you to make it sound amazing.
Luce is for Minister of Looking After the Number 10 Cat.
I'll do that one. I'll do that one.
Okay, right, what do you want, chat? You have to pick your own one now. Garsty says he wants to be Minister of Transport. I've got some cracking ideas, let me know. Ginger Steve, thank you for the 5. Hope you're okay, man. I saw your messages come through, but obviously I was live at the time, so we'll talk over the weekend. Eddie would be the Minister of Levelling Up. He can bring the little stool he stands on to play 40k and his platform shoes. They level him up to 5 foot 4 inches.
Does he bring a little stool to stand on?
No, he doesn't know. No, but to be honest with you, the table is probably a little tall for Eddie.
Is it?
Fun fact here. This is genuine fun fact as well. This isn't bullshit. This is 100% true. So the table is a custom-made table, as I'm sure you guys are all aware. We made it ourselves. And when Lee and I made the table, the bit where the wood sits for the gamer mat goes on, do you know how we got the height of that?
You?
We measured it so it was just above my knob and balls.
Okay.
So that every time the camera was looking at it, you didn't just get a crotch shot the whole time. That's how we measured it, and that's why it's like up to Eddie's chest, basically. Because it's like, how do we make? Because I was going to be on almost every stream. Brom's basically my similar height. He was on a lot as well. Joe's not too far off. How do we make sure that no one on camera or no one who's watching the camera can see our knob and balls? Make it waist height. That's how we set the height. It wasn't a perfect 2 foot off the floor or 3 foot off the floor or whatever. Make sure no one can see anyone's knob and balls. Simple as that. Mr. Waller, how you doing, man? Can I be Home Secretary? I have some ideas. You can. I love the fact that everyone's gone, I've got some ideas. And no one's telling us what those ideas are. Probably another month? £1 million? Yeah?
Another month?
Yeah? Cock and balls, head high. Oh, charming. Amazing. But yeah, what we can't do, chat, I'm going to put this out there now. What you can't do is become like health minister, buy shares in a health company, and then give them the contract. No one would do that.
AB says, loose education. Every interview has an interesting fact instead of now. What are you trying to say?
CJ
My
Watts.
facts are
CJ
fine.
Watts just wants to be the minister for Kellybrook. Thanks. That's it. Steve Rose says we can see you all. Yeah, Martin's got that one in already. Cock and balls, head high, you fuckers. I would be your iron fist of pounding vag. The Inquisition, says the White River. I think this might have gone a different direction.
You just need to change your name to Liam Pura, as the leader of the Imperium of Mankind.
I think that's something we can do. By default. Emperor. Bring it back. She's not looking, chat. She's not even entertaining the idea. Boobs and beer minister. I guess. Although Joe would probably want that job as well. So you can't be a Tory. Leave politics alone here. If you ever invite people, can I please play versus Eddie? I'm 6'8". That should be interesting camera work. We'd have to go down the Lord of the Rings forced perspective view. Just try and make him. You're gonna have to stand further back from the table than Eddie, just so we can just try and make him look like he's in scale, aren't we?
We'd have to do Brood Rooster's dice rolls as a top down, so that somebody's arm. If you're going to keep the forced perspective.
Brood Rooster's the one who sent the sweets as well.
They're amazing. I've tasted them before somewhere.
I have to ask you, Brood Rooster, what the fuck are these? So I know they're chocolade. I worked that part out because it says chocolade, but then it says Kruendnoten. And I don't know what it
tasted them
is.
before,
And I
it's-
know the taste.
I feel like it's a Christmas thing.
I know the taste from somewhere, but I
Yeah.
can't work out what it is. So what he did is he provided me with milk chocolate, milk chocolade Crowdfunding, right? Sorry to all of you.
You're butchering
right?
that.
So to show me what's inside them, I also got a bag of Crowdfunding. I still don't know what it is because all the ingredients are on the back. And guess what? They're all Dutch.
You're not saying it right.
Ingredienten tarwebluim suka planta. I can't. You can read it. Catch.
Oh,
Bad catch. Jarl Grimnar, thank you for the 5 gifted. Look at that. It's like speculas. What's that though? I don't know what that is. You can't just say more foreign words to me.
Right,
Thank you so much, Jarl Grimnar, for the gifted 5. You're a legend. They're very nice, by the way. I just can't put my finger on what they actually are, and I think I've tasted something like it before. Chocolate
I
crickets.
definitely have, but it's a Christmas thing.
How long is the
Definitely at
donation
Christmas.
train lasting? I would love to donate some, but IVF is crippling our disposable income. Right, first things first, Roscoe. If you're going through and paying for IVF, then do not worry about the studio or the studio donation. And because you're going through something like IVF, what I'm now going to do is not tell you how long the donation train is going on for, because that's what you should be focusing on. That's more important than our studio and my financial concerns, okay? So what you need to worry about is the IVF treatment and hoping that you guys get some good news in the near future. That's all we care about. It is German and they are small biscuits. Yeah, but that still doesn't tell me the flavour.
That much.
There's a million biscuits in the shop. I mean, probably not quite a million. But there's a million biscuits in the shop and they all taste different. I'm just trying to work out what the flavour is. Some of mine range from MOT fail if driver's window doesn't open to Challenger 2's patrolling the slow lane slower than a tank. I don't know what happened.
How do you say it?
I'm all about the Challenger 2 part of that one, Garsty. I love the fact that in the slowest lane of any road, if you're not going as fast as a Challenger 2 battle tank, it's going to run you over. I like that. I'm all about that. Cinnamon and aniseed? Oh, so it might be some cinnamon. It is a bit cinnamony, isn't it, I think?
Definitely cinnamon, but the aniseed,
I don't know about
might be
aniseed.
actually.
They are Dutch.
Oh wait, you ready? So you don't you talk for a minute. No talking, because I'm gonna get.
What? Why no talking?
Because I'm.
They won't be able to hear that anyway. Turn off.
No, I want to hear Cruden. How you say it?
How I say it.
No, how it's said.
Well, why have you got that on though, loud?
It's on mute.
It's not on mute because I can hear it.
Yeah, I know, because I'm gonna play how they say it. Right, you shut up in a minute.
What's she doing?
Ready? Shush.
This is bad producing.
Shush.
Spiced with ginger, cinnamon, cloves, and nutmeg. This bowl won't last
Why have you...
Hang on.
A Mandelstaff is a flaky pastry.
I'm gonna have to. Right, okay. I wasn't gonna leave you unmuted so you could play our stream plus your extra YouTube video whilst we're all sat here going, "What the fuck is she doing?"
I want to hear how it's said, but Google won't. You know when.
Sometimes I think producer Luce just won't work. Honestly.
Oh.
German small biscuits are the worst. Amazing. Marital bliss, everyone. It's nice. You know, bliss, yeah.
Crude.
I got my own.
How do you?
I get my own back this weekend though. I get to whinge about my leg for 3 days.
Self-inflicted.
Oh god, it's like being on a train where people listen to their phone on loud. I hate those people too, Asbo.
I don't understand the phone here.
Oh,
There.
This was supposed to be a positive stream about the things, good news for the week from everybody, things that we all like, things that we're all happy about, things that are making us grateful because I'm very grateful. This, people, is a phone, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, Saints lost 4-1 to Leicester again. Great. This here is a phone, right? You'd probably recognise these because they all kind of look the same nowadays. They look like, you know, a smartphone. This is specifically an Apple one, okay? But they're all pretty similar. They're not that different. I don't know if any of you do this. We're going to have a little 5-minute education session anyway, okay? Down here on a phone is the microphone. This is the mouthpiece, right? you remember old phones? Do you remember how old phones used to look? You used to hold them to your ear. There's a mouthpiece and an earpiece.
I miss my Alcatel.
Mouthpiece there, okay? Up here, chat, this is your earpiece, you know? Do you know how an earpiece works most effectively? When you put it to your fucking ear, okay? So if you see people walking around out there like this, you should snatch the phone out of their hand and slam it against their ear. Because this is not the way. I don't need, like, if you have to put it on loudspeaker and be like, blah, blah, blah. The only excuse for that is your earpiece is actually broken. That's the only reason why, like, why would you do this? Well, you could just do that. I don't understand.
Right. I've just put the headphones in to hear how it sounds. It honestly sounds like Graham Norton. Honestly, it sounds like Graham Norton.
David Gaither, welcome to the channel as a Haskell tier member. Man, you're a hero. Thank you so much. What a legend. Dave, I'll get to yours and Dane's super chats in just a moment, but Neil's are going to be run out. But why do people do this? What's this all about? You know what you do? When you do that, you can't talk and listen at the same time. This is the beauty of that. You can do both. Why? Why do people? They look. The worst thing is they walk down the street and you look stupid.
So, I think you say it, crowd notin.
Can some brood roosters in chat? Can you phonetically type it? And if phonetically is a word that you might not fully understand, type it as it's said rather than as it's spelt.
But it sounds like Graham Norton. Crude Norton.
I always put my phone that way. Out. DJ Panda, leave. Oh, we've got to watch out for people snatching my phone. Oh, wait, never mind. I live in a home crate right area. Got to watch out for that anyway. So glad you're on the same page as me on the phone thing. But it's...
Still think you need American buttermilk biscuits, country ham, and red-eye gravy. You will never look at biscuits the same. What do you call a lumberjack that has lost his legs? Stumpy.
Terrible joke at the end. The thing is, though, thank you, Neil, for the 20. The thing is, what you call biscuits and what we call biscuits are two different things. Now, not only do you look like a lunatic walking down the road like this with your phone to your fucking ear because you can't hear it properly. And the reason why you can't hear it properly is because you've got it on loudspeaker and there's cars going up and down the road. And that's why this magical earpiece was invented, so that you don't need to do that because you can just do that. So don't put it on speakerphone in the first place. Do you know what these things have got nowadays? They've got noise cancelling technology. So they literally cancel the ambient noise out so that the person on the other end can hear your voice, and they do the same. So you can just do that. But not only do people do that, they also get on the fucking bus and they'll do the same thing. I'm like, I mean, you've got it to your ear, but that doesn't mean the rest of us then can't hear it. We can then all hear your fucking conversation, and I don't want to know about Shaniqua and what she's doing. I'm not interested. I don't want to know how many people she slept with in the last week. I don't care about that. My wife does it, just takes pressure off me for her looking stupid. I mean, you're safe then. If you two are out together, Dave, don't you worry. You will look perfectly normal. Dane, thank you for the 5. Congrats on the new studio. Liam, do you have any opinions on government road construction list? Please don't. Please don't. Mr. Davey, thank you for the 5. I'd be Minister of Biscuits and Home Baking. Lord Master Baker Bailiff. Give me my lemon drizzle. I like a lemon drizzle, actually. I like my lemon. I like a lemon drizzle. I don't put it to my ear. I mean, only time I use a phone like that is on a call to my dearest mother at home, who whines she can't hear me as she clatters a mountain of pans the other end of Buzzboy. She's gone up to say goodbye to the boys, right? But Luce does this. So she'll phone me. She'll phone me in the car, and I'll be driving. You've heard my wife. She's very softly spoken normally. So as she's nicely softly spoken like this, I have to turn the volume right up. Okay, I turn the volume right up, and what she does is she puts her ear pods in, so she could be hands-free while she's talking to me if I'm on a long drive, for example, right? Nice and quiet right now, okay? Then, as I've turned it up to like volume fucking 40, because I can't quite hear what she's saying because she's very softly spoken, then what I hear is the clattering of pans in the cupboard, and it deafens me. Deafens me, chat. Then I have to play volume lottery, where I basically have to hold my hand on the volume knob and be like, down, up, down, up, down, up. It's not on. It's not on. Why am I grey? Mofo, hang on. It's fine, Asmo, don't you worry. Gloating about all that money you saved on smoking, but, you know, it's fine. Mr. Dave B, thank you so much for the gifted membership. You're a legend. 97. You beautiful human beings. Almost halfway there, chat. Almost halfway there. Excited for you, man. Thank you, Nurgle Matthew. We're very excited. Been talking to the guys a little bit about this, actually, the studio news over the last 24 hours since I kind of find out. Everyone's very excited. Very excited. Lots and lots of ideas floating around. I'm going to have to keep a lid on them a little bit because they're fucking wildly excited. They'll cost me even more than I've got to get things up and ready. Joe was questioning whether we were going to have a sofa that was something that he could sleep on, and I've told him absolutely not. It's a work environment, it's a hotel. But he wanted, and he literally said, "What about if I want a nap?" No, it's a work environment, not a hotel. So we have got a bunch of people now who are very excited with a million different ideas, and there's going to be like herding cats now. Drop Dead Dave, thank you for the 5. Get you people. You're amazing. You're all amazing individuals. Thank you for the 5 gifted, you beautiful human being. Stop it now, though, Dave. Stop it now. That's enough from you, quite frankly. But thank you. And don't worry, the new members target won't stay at 200 forever. It's just for tonight and last night because I'm celebrating the studio nonsense and I was hoping you guys would celebrate with us. Spin the wheel of early hearing aids. Here's a question for chat. Who do you want to play 40k with the most? There you go. That's a good question, actually. Who do you want to play 40k with the most? Give me your answers. Joe needs his happy naps. Joe does not need happy naps. He just needs to go to bed in the evenings. The problem we have, chat, is Joe's darling better half, his darling partner, will go to bed at 9:30, 10 o'clock, and Joe will then put his game console on. Joe will then turn off at 2 o'clock in the morning. And Joe will then get up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning because he's got to take his daughter to school, and then go, "Oh, I'm really tired." Wonder why that is, Joe. I've got to have a monster because I'm really tired. I think it's my long COVID. You mean you don't think it's the 4.5 hours sleep you had? No, it's probably my long COVID. I think it might be that. I'm always tired. Maybe if you went to bed at 11 o'clock and got up at 6 o'clock in the morning, you probably wouldn't be so tired. So, I'll play anyone. Stalin. Fucking hell, that's going somewhere. Fraser wants to play loose. King Carvel for sure. My missus, so I don't have to justify buying things. I like that, Steve. I think that's on the box there. Eddie or Paddy. That's lovely, Iniquity. No one's saying me. Brom or Eddie, says Matt. Oh, you people are amazing. Joe. I used to be that way. Well, I don't want to criticise you people, but I'm just saying he would be able to get away with not having a nap if he actually slept properly. Leah, want to play with you between okay. Oh, hang on.
Hashtag Joe's Couch Fund.
No. Two things, Luke. So I'm going to ask you the question first. I have to answer it straight away. Think about this one for a while. If you could play 40k against anyone, who would it be? Second thing we're talking about now. Joe messaged me today. So I was saying to the guys, we took it back to the studio. I said to the guys that the guys in the WhatsApp chat have actually got very excited themselves. All of the teams got quite excited about it. The people that got the most excited about it, probably Joe and Eddie, to be fair. And one of the questions that Joe asked me was, because he was talking about the table or something. I said, what we probably need to do actually is go to somewhere like IKEA. Though I don't love IKEA. Go to somewhere like IKEA. So we can just look at ideas for how we're going to get the thing built and get the sets built. Because even if we don't buy from that place, we can go something like that, something like that, something like that gives us a good kind of start for 10. And he was talking about the couch, talking about the sofa. And he said, we have to test the couch, test the sofa. I was like, why? Well, we need to make sure it's nappable.
No.
Nappable? So what do you mean nappable? So I need to make sure it's something I can sleep on. I was like, Joe, it's a work environment, not a hotel.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping there. Now, what about if I need naps? I was like, it's a work environment, it's not a hotel. You're not sleeping there. When you're at work, you work. When you go home, you can rest. And I said to the chat, the problem we have with Mr. the Joe, and he is a national treasure, and we should protect him at all costs. And part of this is, in fact, protecting him. Is he'll come to us in the daytime, and Luce will attest to this as well, and he'll be like, I'm so tired. Like, all right, okay. I still think it's long COVID. It's still messing with me. I'm like, right, okay. And then eventually, over the course of the afternoon, you'll find out, like I said to you already, chat, that Tamsin, his darling girlfriend, went to bed the evening before at 9:30 at night. So what Joe decided to do at 9:30 was turn his Xbox on. Joe then starts playing a video game of some sort, and Joe then ends up going to bed at gone 2 o'clock in the morning. He then wakes up at 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning to take his daughter to school or to get ready for school runs, etc. And then goes, I'm really tired. Went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning, Joe. That's why you're really fucking tired. I think it's a long cave. I think it's 2 o'clock in the morning. I think that's probably what's done it. I think normally the way it works in the world is if you have less sleep, you get more tired. I think that's how it works. Maybe I'm wrong. So it works for me anyway. So yeah, no sleeping. So if you could play 40k games anywhere in the world, who would it be?
Boxy.
That's a curveball I wasn't expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because he's got bigger pecs than me?
No. Because he runs an academy and I'd want to see for myself.
If it works.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting answer. There you go. Someone says Stalin, which was interesting. Anyway, Big Bad Peter Game, thank you for the tea. What's going to be the first thing you get for the studio? Hard to answer. There's a number of things we're looking at. So, thankfully, people using the PayPal link has been high. And not only has it been high, but it's been incredibly generous.
Oh.
So, I'm going to add some context here because people are amazing. I've not taken anything out of PayPal yet. I'm leaving it in there, literally as a studio spending fund. And the PayPal total, I haven't told Luce this number yet, by the way, either, is currently sat at, we only put the link live last night at 8 o'clock on the stream. Mm-hmm. £3,651 so far.
Oh, chat.
Unbelievable amounts of generosity. Like, unbelievable amounts of generosity. And I've got comments like, can't give much because we're buying a house. I'm like, well, then don't give anything. You're buying a house. And people that have come in here and said, oh, I want to give a little bit, but I'm going for IVF. Well, don't, because you're going for IVF. Like, stop it. But I was looking at, I said this to you yesterday, I was looking at 3 to 6 months to save up for the deposit for the place. Deposit's 3 months rent. So we're talking over £3,000 alone for the deposit. Okay.
Wow.
And then I was looking at saving up, and that same time period, I was looking at saving up for. We're going to replace the table because we want a playing surface that's kind of like Titan, so we can have space for cards and dice and models that don't impeach the actual tabletop area. So if you look at the moment when we're playing, you go top down, you'll notice that like Brom's got his cards everywhere and there's dice all over. So the new rule for the new studio is going to be nothing allowed on the mats apart from models and terrain. So all your spare stuff goes on the sides.
Okay.
So we're gonna replace the table, bigger table. The one that's in the studio is still gonna go into the new studio, the table, but that's gonna become our B-roll shooting area. So we'll be able to have a shelf full of like props and stuff so we can make our B-roll footage on that spare table tucked away in a corner.
Nice.
So
Okay.
we're still gonna use it. It's not gonna get. I was gonna throw it away. We're actually not gonna get rid of it. We've been looking at new lighting rigs for the ceiling because we currently have it all drilled into our roof. In the garage for lights and cameras and top down and dice cam and stuff. Can't do that in the new one because it's one of those like office drop ceilings. So we've been looking at lighting rigs and how we fit lighting rigs up. We need more lights. We've been looking at extra cameras so we can give you more camera angles. We're looking at office partition acoustic panels so we can actually separate, because it's one big open room. If you look at yesterday's thumbnail, it's one massive open room. So what we might do is, you get like those foam, like not this foam, there's like felt like fake walls in offices. You've seen them.
Oh yeah.
You can get acoustic versions of those, which stop things like echo and sound bounce. So we're probably going to use them, and we'll separate off the podcast area, separate off the gaming area, separate off the hobby area, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So we then create, not only do we create specific sets that we can light specifically, but we also then create some sound barriers and some sound. So it's really hard to answer what's the first thing we're going to buy, because the kind of answer is some of that stuff. Now, the priority, because of how soon this is happening, we were very, 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 very sure that with 3 to 6 months we could save the deposit, probably build the main gaming area, and possibly also build the podcast space and have to stop there. However, that's obviously been wildly accelerated. So the priority is to sort out the gaming space, because that's the thing that we currently do in our studio. So if we can at the very least replace the thing we do in our studio in the new studio, business carries on as normal, the channel logically, hopefully continues to make some money, we then save for a month or two and we can build the podcast set. That being said, if this wild level of PayPal-based generosity continues, and I'm not saying please give more, I'm just saying if it continues, some of those things then, Peter, can be accelerated slightly. And we might actually get to a point where we could pay a deposit, build the gaming set and build the podcast set straight away, which would be incredible, because if we can do that, what that means is you get that podcast content sooner and you don't have to wait so long. So it's a hard one to answer. The priority is the gaming space, lighting rigs, new table, and some partitions. Okay, cool. Right. Get Down Goblin, thank you for the 5. For the nappy couch. Nappy couch? Oh, okay, nappy couch. I get it. I thought it meant like a couch made of nappies.
I don't want that sofa.
Yeah, that would stink. Asbo, thank you for becoming a Haskell tier member. Look at you. Thanks so much, man. What a hero. Yeah, I thought you meant like a couch made of nappies then for a minute. Where's the PayPal link? You mean the one at the top of the description, Steve, or pinned literally in the chat?
I feel like you give a lot of great content already.
Aw.
Excited to see what more you can do with the studio. Congrats. Have to sign off now.
Frank, thank you so much for the 10. I was talking to Eddie about this, looking at podcast launch on a Monday with a short. Tuesday's live game still with a short. Wednesday will still be the 40k show, but probably be in the new studio and a short. Thursday will be game short. Friday, this is never changing.
What's the podcast going to be?
Me, Joe, me, Eddie talk about 40k stuff. It'll be like it'll be like the Liam and Joe show.
Oh,
But instead of
okay.
stood behind the camera getting tired legs in a shitty gaming studio, we'll have a nice sofa, a nice chair, little mugs. I'm so fucking excited for this. And then the idea being that Saturday we're going to launch a pre-recorded piece of gaming content, whether that's Combat Patrol.
You hate pre-recorded.
I hate pre-recorded in there because I can't have a setup that I would want to use for pre-recorded. I can't do it in there. I don't have the space because I don't want to do this type of filming for a battle report because I personally hate it. Some people love it. I personally hate it. And so we're looking at going from the 4 streams a week to introducing 5 additional shorts, a podcast on Mondays, and a piece of pre-recorded on Saturdays at least at the moment. That's our current, that's going to be our new, hopefully, baseline. And then we'd like to add even more. We were talking last night, chat would like actually with the phone, rough and ready monthly behind-the-scenes vlog of what's going on this month at the studio.
We tried that, and then somebody made a shitty comment about your car.
I told you, didn't I, chat? I told you why I stopped it. That is exactly why I stopped it. So I told them this last night because they said we really want to see the behind the scenes type stuff. Because someone asked basically would I vlog the whole coming from that studio to that studio. I was like I would, but I'm so this isn't a pity party. I'm not going to get my violin out. I don't want that at all. I don't want any sympathy here. No sympathy whatsoever. However, I'm very conscious now as to what I tell people about my life outside of the channel, because 99.9% of you will go, "You own a motorbike. Fair play. Well done." Well done. It's fair play to you. You know, you work really fucking hard. And a lot of people do see that, and I'm really grateful that a lot of people see that. But you will get that one commenter, and as the channel grows, that one commenter will turn into 2 commenters and will turn into 10 commenters who will be like, "I'm not paying you so that you can have a bike. I'm not paying you so that you can eat on a Sunday." That's the kind of comment you get from people. You're like, I mean,
I don't like vlogs at all now. I think they've become wildly self-indulgent. My Facebook, I've done really well actually. I've come off my phone except for texts from Liam and phone calls, because sometimes a paediatrician calls. And yesterday I was genuinely jittery that I wasn't near my phone, and today's much better. But I noticed my Facebook was beginning to get full of people vlogging. I don't give a shit what your morning looks like. I don't care. Why is it on my Facebook? We all get up, we all have tea or coffee or a smoothie. Fuck off, live your life.
So what? Okay, but so this is different though, right? So I think there is good vlog content and bad vlog content personally, and what you're talking about for me personally is bad vlog content. I don't care what they've had for breakfast. I'm not interested. What I've suggested that we do at the studio is a 5-10 minute vlog, a behind the scenes for the last month. So throughout the month, this is the concept in my mind, and chat went mad for this yesterday. So, but here's the concept in my mind. We have a month's worth of content. So we're filming podcasts, we're doing live streams, we're prepping armies, Joe's painting new stuff, blah 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 blah. All this stuff's going on. Eddie's making shorts, we're making pre-recorded, we're editing, we're having. So we grab the phone, and what we do is we just kind of take little bits of it all the way through, and at the end of the month. This is a little behind the scenes peek as to what happened throughout the month.
Okay.
Like that, I think is cool vlog content. That's interesting vlog because it's relevant to the main content.
It's probably much better than
but it's
I'm
not
somehow watching some mum get out of bed looking fucking flawless. Stop it.
But yeah, exactly.
Nobody gets out of bed looking like that.
We're not going to be filming, here's Joe making a cup of tea.
Like,
we actually probably would once because he's a fucking moron.
But it's the vlogging that's now all over Facebook has totally tarnished all the vlogging. So yours sounds great, but I'm already jaded. The minute you say vlog, I go, oh.
No. So vlog has been used as this generic term now because everybody in the world, and I'm conscious of how much of a hypocrite I sound right here, everybody in the world wants to be a social media influencer. I want to be an influencer. I've got 20,000 followers on Instagram. I couldn't give a fuck. So what?
Yeah.
I don't care. It actually annoys me. Right. It comes rant number 3. It actually fucking annoys me that people will have Instagram accounts with 30 or 40,000 people on Instagram and they go, I'm a creator. No, you're not. You take pictures.
Yeah.
You're not a fucking creator at all.
I don't understand the get ready with me. Why? I've got to get myself ready and the
But
boys ready. Why am I watching you get ready?
And then literally when you get to 40,000 followers on Instagram, I'm an influencer. Oh, for fuck's sake.
I feel like going, who the fuck are you influencing? Everyone's their own person. Stop it.
Honestly.
Stop it.
So like when the first vlog I want to create which will be with my phone will be the first bit will be the day we get the keys and showing the empty shell of the new studio. And then we'll be taking little bits of content, stripping that one down, building that one up. And then the day that we go live in the new studio, whatever that might be, hopefully a Saturday, hopefully with Titans, already asked Adrian. The day we go live in the new studio, people can go, like, we'll do that go live, and then the next day I'll drop the vlog, hopefully, that shows the build up to that go live. So it's just a behind the scenes. It's like bonus content on a DVD, right? The behind the scenes, how do we get from A to B?
Okay.
Like, I think that's cool. I think that's cool vlog content.
Yeah, I watch the bonus stuff.
Yeah, but I think that's interesting vlog content, genuinely. I think that's something people can go, okay, I see value in that. I'm okay with it. But I'm going to have some noodles. They were nice noodles. Oh, fuck off. No one cares about your noodles.
I know. Everybody has some kind of noodles or pasta. Or
well,
everyone
who signs up to an affiliate program and goes, this is the best cheese I've ever had. Oh, great. You're 12 followers now. You eat cheese now. Brilliant.
Yeah. Half the world eats cheese.
Yeah. Use hashtag fucking loose 10 for 10% off your next cheese order. Or just keep going to Morrison's. To be honest.
I'll just get cheese from the shop.
Exclamation mark beard. 10% off your beard order. But that's an actual sponsorship agreement, though. That's different.
I wish my grandparents were alive so I could explain.
So
the internet.
Easton says, bad news, Liam. If people buy stuff from your element you're using, you are an influencer. The thing is, Easton, I don't like the word, but I make no bones about the fact that on this channel, I'm an influencer. I don't use that as my job title because as far as I'm concerned, my job title is I'm a YouTube content creator. And for me, I would much rather, as a job description, say YouTube content creator than social media influencer. And a YouTube content creator nowadays is more seriously taken as a profession. And to run a channel, there's actually a lot of organisation and a lot of prep work and a lot of managing that goes in it, especially when you've got giant teenagers like Joe to look after. There's a lot of work that goes into running the channel, scheduling things, getting things ready, making sure everyone's on time, people are sticking to NDA dates, all that kind of stuff. But having 40,000 fucking followers on Instagram because you got your tits out once isn't necessarily being a content creator. So all they can do is go, I'm an influencer. I influence people. I honestly. Updates versus shorts. So I've experimented a little bit with shorts content. I've been talking to Eddie about this because Eddie's becoming our shorts guy. Although I will also be making a few as well. The shorts algorithm is a fickle beast. And if you make gaming-based content on shorts, or like vloggy type content on shorts, it just doesn't work. Shorts need to be two things: painting or hobby tutorials, for my channel at least anyway. Painting or hobby tutorials, or narrative. That's what works for 40k world. So I think a monthly vlog released on a Sunday of what's been going on in the month before in the studio of shit we can show you people. Joe painting away, Eddie doing this, Brom fucking still forgetting his rules. All that kind of stuff is quite interesting. But doing a vlog of I've just brushed my teeth again. Okay, brilliant. I use Colgate. Oh, fuck off. Honestly. What about actual shorts? We can do them in shorts, yeah. Martin, time-lapse video of moving in. Stick a camera in the corner while on charge and film the transformation. If I had a spare one, it's even without having a spare one, Martin, that's not something I'm against doing. I don't really know how to do time-lapse at the moment. So it might be that I use a phone to do time-lapse, because phones do time-lapse now quite well, actually. But I think time-lapsing it at the same time to be able to intersperse with other pieces of content would be quite interesting, to be honest with you. Go on.
No, it's gone. Thought's gone.
Drop Dead Dave, thank you. Oh, hang on. Mr. Dave B, thank you for the 2. Luce just kicked Liam in his dangles there.
Oh, when I said I'd play Boxy.
No, I thought it was a good reason. I liked it. I was a fan of that.
Yeah.
Let's really prove the Academy works.
Yeah, and I think I'd also like to play Manny.
Steve would take that challenge on, though, as well. If you went to him and be like, I want to see if the Academy really works, he'd take that challenge on. He'd want to turn it into content. He would, because if Boxy could take you and actually teach you 40k, what he's done at that point is 100% prove the Academy works.
Yeah.
So that, like,
I don't think he can.
But that would make good content for him. If you weren't right, don't throw anything at me.
No.
If you weren't purposefully obstructive,
yeah, true.
that would be an interesting.
It would
actually be interesting content.
I did think that the biggest reason that I don't think he can is because I don't have the appetite for it, and it would just not go in.
You would want to shut it down too early and not actually give him a chance to teach you.
It's a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
So even if he was the most patient teacher, I think until you have an appetite for it.
Yeah. I dropped the Dave says build your table big enough for an onslaught game. This will give you the sideboard and the table space if you want to do a big game. That's exactly what we're going to do. It's going to be 8 foot by fucking 6 foot or something like that. I don't know exactly what size it's going to be yet. It's going to be big. So we've got lots of space round. We need to make sure we can obviously reach it to better do what we need to do and play the game. But there will be a lot of space on the table. So we can also potentially make bigger games as well, which would be great. Skippy the Magnificent, by the way, I missed this. I just spotted this. Who has upgraded to Thane. The Thane ranks grow loose. They all get to come in the WhatsApp chat and laugh at me every single day. Dave B, thank you for the 2. Impractical Joker chat controls Joe for studio. What? Impractical Joker chat controls Joe for studio move. No, I actually need the studio move to go well, Dave. I need it to happen. I need it to actually work. I've got a lot of work to do. I need it to go well. And I know poor old Joe has a how do we put this? Joe has a that'll do attitude.
Yeah.
That'll do.
Love him.
No.
Love him, but
No,
that'll do.
No, it won't do. That'll do. No, it won't. No, it won't. That won't do, Joe. No, that'll do. It's fine. No, it's not. No.
It's the hand gesture he does as well when he goes like this.
yeah, that'll do. No, Joe. And I swear, every time he says that, Lou starts laughing and walks out the room. Like, oh, here it goes.
Yeah.
Wolflord Joe says, wait a minute, I joined this channel for teeth brushing. You saying that's not happening on here? No, it's not. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. But it's not. My leg is starting to sting actually quite a lot now.
Are you allowed to take
painkiller?
Put like a numbing cream on or?
No, I don't have numbing cream.
Okay.
I am under strict instruction from my artist to never use numbing cream. I think it's partly because he likes to torture me, but he has also said it messes with the skin and it messes with the heal process.
Oh.
So I don't. I'm going to stick to my normal healing routine. It was a big one today, chat. It's a big one today.
Feel
big
the heal.
old Odin and the channel logo basically.
Nice.
See how she's not impressed.
Yeah.
8 foot by 4 inches is perfect.
What?
Why 8 foot 4 inches?
That's too tall.
Hit 36 and started eyeing up shorts instead of jeans. I wear shorts a lot, actually. I wear shorts more than jeans. I put jeans on to go riding jeans, to be clear, with Kevlar in. And then I get home and put shorts back on.
Stephen, we went on holiday to Scarborough and I burnt my ankles.
On what?
That's so British.
Liam took a big one and now it's sore. That's exactly what happened. I've had many pricks in me today, chap. That's exactly what happened. By the way, I'm not going to mention names because it's not fair to mention names, but there's been more money coming through on PayPal.
Oh.
You know I said we were 3,651?
Yeah.
We're now 4,661.
What?
Yes. The person who did it, you know who you are. Madness.
Is this the same person that did balloons?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, it's not the same person who did balloons, no. 6 foot wide would be too wide to reach. Yeah, we need to get it we need to get the right kind of, because we've got hobbits like Eddie playing as well. We need to make sure that he can actually reach across the table as well, you know. But like Titan's table size is borderline perfect because it's wide enough they've got space where they can play bigger games, wide enough they've got space that on normal games they've got extra space for shit, and not too wide that no one can reach it no matter how big or tall you are, or how big or short, or tall or short you are. So, you know, it's a phenomenal kind of size table, and that's basically what we're going to look to do as well. So we like, I can't do it with the current setup because it is a 44 by 60 with lips. But what that does mean is I can put that one in the corner for B-roll. It's big enough to put a gaming mat in it, so I can put a gaming mat in it and we can use that for B-roll footage and panning army shots and all that kind of stuff without having to clear the main table off every time, which is really good. Like,
That'd
it's
be
really
amazing.
cool. So someone's just whipped out their big veiny cock. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it wasn't one to be clear, Iniquity, that change wasn't one person. That was more than one person. But those people know who they are, and thank you so much. Amazing, incredible. Wouldn't be cheaper to get Eddie stilts. I would pay money to watch Eddie play 40k on stilts.
What, the newish sort of springy ones, or the old-fashioned wooden ones?
Oh, the old-fashioned wooden ones, of course. We'd have to not make it easy for him. It'd have to be old-fashioned wooden ones.
But the new ones he can do backflips on.
Well, I mean, he's already bounced around a fucking room, that boy. Anyway, I don't think we
Imagine the backflips then.
I don't need backflips. Look, this is going to be my professional work environment in my studio space, which means I'm also going to be the holder of the health and safety file. The last thing I need on a 3rd-story building is Eddie on stilts inside with a low ceiling doing backflips.
It's all right. Joe's asleep on the sofa. That's half the problem.
I don't think. I'm already concerned because Joe exists with how big my accident book's going to have to be. Because he will walk into a closed door, that man. I'm already going to have a pretty robust fucking accident book because Joe exists.
Yeah.
Step stool for Eddie Fund. Air games, I'm into it. Let's do it.
Baked bean tins.
Have a Mission Impossible rig for Eddie above the table. Oh my God. Just have him hanging there off a bit of wire. That'd be incredible. But importantly, Mr. the Captain Mannerings, never let him down. Just leave him there and then turn off the lights and leave the office.
And put an alarm in there.
And then put the alarm on. It is alarmed. And put the alarm on. Boop. Like, stay still, Eddie.
See you in the morning. Don't move.
I did. Someone said hydraulic tables for the halflings. You can get those electric tables nowadays. I actually considered seeing if there was a way of getting a big enough electric table that I could mount a gaming table board to, so we could actually raise or lower the table. Because, avoiding cock shots. However, so I think I can do it. I actually don't think it would be that bad.
Is this really a thing?
Yeah. So a lot of office tables now are electrically adjustable.
Because of crotch shots?
No. I bought in stand tables when I used to work at Siemens because health and safety suggests it's actually better to give you the opportunity at least to stand at your desk if you want to for a bit. And I actually found that I would stand at my desk every now and again and do some work, and then I'd sit back down. And it was because I'd be sat at my desk for 12 hours. Being sat in the chair for 12 hours was shit. Yeah. So the fact that I could just lift my whole desk up, push my chair back and stand up and everything, because my whole desk came up, everything was there, my phone, my computer, just stand there for a bit, stretch off a bit. It sounds like some fucking millennial fucking trendy shit.
Yeah.
And I was the same.
Yeah.
And then I used it, I was like, I actually feel less achy overall because I get a chance to stand for a couple of hours a day rather than just sitting at my desk the whole time. So, but the problem I have, so I was like, here's a great idea. Electrically adjusting table, fucking strap a big fucking 6-foot board on top of it. Job's a good in. If we've got the Hobbit in, if we play Eddie versus Jake, we can put the table down by the floor. If we play me versus Chris, we can put the table back up high again. I was like, oh, you know what happens there? Camera angle has to change every time.
Oh.
I was like, nope, bin that idea off. Camera angle's not changing.
Top down would change as well.
Top down would change a bit, yeah. But top down, you just like zoom in or out with the lens. It wouldn't be the worst, but the main camera angle would have to. Not happening. The Absolute Make Adjustable Work Services might be a bit out of the budget though. Yeah, no, there's cheaper ways of doing it, but I just, because of the fuck around for camera angles, not interested.
Ooh, Glacier got a standing desk, and it's a dream for me as an ADHDer.
As a fellow ADHD, it 100% makes a massive difference. It genuinely makes a difference. It's honestly.
I think it sounds.
Fat Boy says Ridor is only applicable for 10 employees or more. Let the Warhammer on stilts begin. I didn't remember what needed how many employees for Ridor.
I think I remember a Ridor rule that if you have an injury from work and it's not reported within 3 weeks or something, it's now in breach of Ridor. I think you have 3 weeks to
again,
report
it does depend on workforce size and type of injury.
It was this mad little loophole that I thought.
Radio reportable depends on level of mechanism of injury and how severe. There's lots of. I was a I can't remember what the fucking course is. IOSH, managing safety, fucking safety control or whatever the fuck that nonsense was called before.
Yeah.
I've forgotten all of it now because when you don't use something for ages, new information comes in and it just pushes out the shit that you don't use.
Yeah.
You don't need to remember it.
See, that's why I refuse. That's why I refuse to learn Warhammer, because I would forget how to brush my teeth.
You wouldn't.
It would just push out all the useful stuff because it's just such a Trojan horse of information.
But that's not how it works. Information doesn't just push out useful stuff. Because when you learn new things, because when you learn new things, if you do something like brush your teeth every day, then that's not something that your brain will push out. If you learned something 6 years ago in a care home that you've not used for the last 6 years, that's more likely to be the thing you forget.
So when the socks get left on the stairs, that's not because more 40k information's gone in.
No.
That you've forgotten to take your socks upstairs.
You've lived here for like 3 years too, all right? Haven't you?
Yeah.
This house is magical, Luce.
Is it magic, is it?
If you put stuff on the stairs,
right?
You should learn this. It's really easy. If you just put stuff on the stairs, eventually it appears in your drawers cleaned.
That's amazing.
It's really good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
You wait till that fairy gets sick.
Who said fairy? I just said it's magical. The other day,
you wait.
I had an empty crisp packet and a glass on my desk in here. Gone. Just gone.
I'm going to throw something at you in a minute.
Magical house, honestly. Rory, thank you for the 5 gifted. She's not lying, chat. She probably will throw something at me in a minute. Up to 100 and more. 109 of the finest. Thank you so much, Rory, for the 5 gifted, you beautiful human beings. Right, they're going to argue again. People are arguing. It's a magical house.
Liam's going to get punched in the face.
Rory says, I've got magical stairs too. I've seen this skit before. This skit, Alistair, comes from, Glacier Alters and Hobby. This skit comes from, there's an Australian guy. I think I've seen it on Instagram. And his missus gets so fed up because he hasn't done anything. And he does the same skit. This coffee table, I just leave shit on it. And sometimes I really push my luck. I just take the piss and it's always clean the next day. And I'm like, I love that skit so much. And then the coppers come over and then she's just vanished. She must have fallen into the coffee table because she's gone. And the woman police officer goes, that's ridiculous. And the male police officer goes, you say it's ridiculous, but I think I've got the same coffee table. Fucking love that skit. It's so good. Whenever it pops up on my Instagram reels, I'm watching it again because it's just so funny.
I haven't ever come across that one.
Oh, if I find it
after stream, show me it.
If I can find it, it's fucking gleaming.
Okay.
It's an Australian TV show, is it? I didn't know that. I've only ever seen it as a short on Instagram. I think it's Instagram. Might be Facebook or TikTok. I'm pretty sure it's Instagram I've seen it on, and it makes me laugh every time. It's just a copper at the end who's like, you say that. I've got the same coffee table. I'm like, amazing. Yeah, it's fucking so good. I'll find that one for you later, Luce. It's brilliant.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you so much, Rory, for the gifted 5. 109 of the finest, which means 60 minutes to go, 91 to go. And I think, if I remember rightly, I saw an email come through for another PayPal donation, people. You're too kind. I was talking to someone today. I actually really like the PayPal donation thing compared to a Kickstarter, a crowdfunder. Completely anonymous. No one can see how much anyone's gifted.
But with crowdfunder, everybody knows that
your name.
If it's funded, what is it? If it doesn't get funded, you get your money back, or if it does get funded, that there's no guarantee of something.
No, so you're thinking of Kickstarter, which we're using for Titan's Terrain.
Okay.
So Kickstarter, there's two types of Kickstarter. There's a fully funded or not fully funded. If you select fully funded, you say that the project will only go ahead if the Kickstarter gets fully funded.
Okay.
And if the Kickstarter doesn't get fully funded, we'll refund all your money. The other version is we're going to try and go ahead anyway, but there is also risk that you lose your money, and that Kickstarter tells you there is no guarantee you will receive your product from the creator. You have to kickstart a thing that you think is something that genuinely people can bring to market. With Titus Terrain, we're in a position where we've made the prototypes, we've got the quotes from the factory, we've got the shipping quotes, everything's in place. We literally just need to know how many to tell the factory to order. And the reason why we had our minimum kickstarting kind of total of 200,000 to be fully funded was because the minimum order quantities from the factory meant we needed that much money to make the orders. So if we didn't make that much money, we couldn't order the minimum order quantity, so we wouldn't be able to afford to run the project. So that's why we put if we don't get to the funding goal of what was $200,000, then you'll get your money back, because we can't order the product, so we wouldn't expect you to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what we did. What happens now is, as the stretch goals get hit, we offer more stuff. So the half tiles are the next stretch goal. But what we are able to do is we're able to order more stock in the future. Our minimum order quantity becomes no longer a minimum. We can start ordering more, which means that once we've supplied everyone with a Kickstarter, the web store has then got continuous stock of Titan's Terrain, and other people can buy it. And that's kind of the plan for this as well. So it's basically about generating networking capital for the stock. With Crowdfunder or other funding things, not Kickstarter, is different. So with Crowdfunder, if I went onto Crowdfunder right now and I started a brand new crowdfunding campaign for the studio, and I said that my goal, and I went wildly unrealistic, and I said, like, my goal for the studio is £100,000, which I don't need, by the way. Would we like it? Yeah. Do we need it? No. I would never set that as the funding goal. But let's say I set that as the funding goal for sake of argument, for the sake of this discussion. And then a load of people went, you know what, we're going to try and help him anyway. And they started donating to Crowdfunder. All the money they donate goes into Crowdfunder, no matter what. You don't get it back. And any money that crowdfunding campaign makes, if you've selected this particular option, will go to the funder. So let's say I set the target at £100,000 and I made 4,000. I still get the 4,000. But I wouldn't get the 100,000 that I said I needed. But I wouldn't say I needed 100,000 because we don't need 100,000. So that's my moot point. But you see what I'm saying? If you don't hit the goal, as the person raising the funds, you can still get the payout. The risk is, if I'm saying I need to crowdfund a studio for £100,000 to do everything I want to do, and the crowdfund only raises 4,000, which is significantly lower than what I actually needed, because maybe I say I need 100,000 and what I actually need is 10,000, but I'm a greedy fucker, so that's why I say 100, right? So I say I need 100, I actually only need 10, and I only make 4. The risk I have then is I actually haven't got enough to do what I need to do. So I'm better off saying I need 10, so I'm gonna ask for 12 to give me some headroom, and then I'm more likely to be funded because people go, that's a realistic goal, I can help. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Denarian, we've got another one, another Thane in the chat.
Nice.
You people that have become Thanes, by the way, please make sure you get into the WhatsApp chat. Not the WhatsApp chat, make sure you get into Discord to find the link for the WhatsApp chat and get in the WhatsApp chat. Honestly.
Denarian's commented, reset membership via changing cards, plus I think Leo may need to buy the Thane membership money to purchase a first aid kit to heal himself after Luce has beat them shitless.
She hits like a girl. It's fine, honestly. But thank you so much for becoming a Thane. If you've become a Thane, so you and Skippy, get yourself in the WhatsApp chat. You will not, honestly, you will not regret it. That WhatsApp chat is the busiest chat I have in any Facebook group, WhatsApp chat, anything. It's the busiest one I have, and it is full of genuinely incredible people. Now, you guys all being members are all incredible people anyway. You're all amazing. The people that sit and watch this every night are amazing people. But that Thanes chat is something fucking incredible, honestly. How do you upgrade your membership? I don't know. The way I've done it before is the device that I have taken my membership out on, I go to the homepage of the channel, and then you can get like a little cogwheel, and then you can adjust your membership that way, as far as I'm aware. But if you took it out on PC and you're watching on PC right now, Ian, for example, you can !member, click the link, and I think you can upgrade it that way. But I don't know. Some other people have been able to do it. Ask them. Possibly. I nearly tried a GoFund a holiday to Disney for the kids when I had to cancel when I left work, but bottled it because it's wrong in it. It's not. Is it wrong, Carl? Your situation is that you have, and I hope you don't mind me sharing a little bit, I'm not going to share in detail. You have kids with additional needs, so you've chosen to leave work to be a full-time carer for your children. So is crowdfunding a trip like that for children with extra needs that wrong? I actually don't think it's that bad. The problem is when people are crowdfunding shit that they don't need, or they're crowdfunding things because they can't be bothered to work for it, which is not the situation that you're in, right? So I would suggest that's probably not the worst use I've ever seen for a GoFundMe. We've had people in the past who have shared GoFundMes with me that I've then pushed to you guys. One guy specifically, they found out that I think it was the mum was diagnosed terminally ill.
I think so.
Might have been the dad. One of the parents was diagnosed terminally ill, and they started a GoFundMe to take her on holiday abroad for one final time before they passed away. And because they could never afford to do it themselves.
I ordered the terrain. Have a few painted armies I can now play with the nephew, but need some terrain. What is the likely delivery for the Titans terrain? Need to get good before he beats me, lads.
2 seconds, Steve. I'll get to that one in just a second because I can answer that question. So yeah, and so we helped him fund it. They raised the funds. He took his mum abroad on holiday. They came back. She passed away. Like I don't feel bad about donating to that. I think that's a good cause. Like, I'm okay with that one. Despite the fact that that's something that they would never be able to do with their own money. They were a working family. She got diagnosed terminally ill. They asked for some help. We helped them. I think that's fine. You know, I don't think that's a problem.
I've heard of a GoFundMe that is a mum was diagnosed with breast cancer, and she had 2 daughters that watched their mum lose her hair, lose the weight, get really poorly with chemo. She came through the other end of it, and they did a GoFundMe to go to Disneyland because they'd watched their mum.
Yeah, and I think that's fine.
Ill.
Absolutely, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, Ginger Steve, answer your question. I'm assuming you're talking about ordering via the Kickstarter. If so, there is a project timeline on the project page for the Kickstarter. And if I remember rightly, the first sets of Titans Terrain were hoping to be delivered July time next year. It's a long old wait for Titans Terrain at the moment because of how long the factory takes. This stuff is genuinely wildly complicated to actually make. So they tripled the manufacturing time from the last time they made Titans Terrain and doubled the cost. And then we've got to get it shipped from where it's made in China across to the US, to the warehouse. Once it's in the warehouse, we then start fulfilling orders. We're talking a long time. However, Titans Terrain version 1 is still available in the web store, but is selling out fast. I'll warn you now, there's been a monumental spike in sales on the Titans Terrain web store since we've launched the Kickstarter, to the point where we are closing in on selling out. So if you want it soon and fast, it will be shipped from the US. You're talking probably 2 to 3 weeks, and you can get the old set whilst you wait for your new sets. Alternatively, Steve, because it's you, I have an old set or 2 here that I could probably post up to you temporarily for you to use in the short term if you want. Hopefully that answers your question. Right, good. Anyway, thank you so much for the 10, Steve. You're a hero as well. You're hero people. 110 members tonight. Thank you so much. A couple of Thanes mixed in there for good measure as well. You people are beautiful human beings. And thank you to the people that are chucking in via PayPal are amazing people, by the way. And I can't thank the community enough for it. I don't know. I don't see sometimes the value that we as a channel offer to you people, and I know you keep telling us. So it's just really humbling for all of us when the level of support we get is the level of support we get. It's amazing. So thank you so much. We hope, we're pretty sure, we want to, when we move into the studio, I was talking to Luce about this the other day, my intent is we move into the studio, and in terms of content at least, we can try and start competing with the big boys. And when I say start competing, we're never going to be at the level of Play On or Tabletop Tactics or anyone like that in the very near future, but it gives us the space and the breathing room to start to aspire to sort of higher quality content because we have the room to be able to do it. One thing I will absolutely 100% clarify with you people, though, please don't think for 1 minute, please don't think for 1 minute that we're going to change the core ethos of what this channel is all about. The personalities will be encouraged to be the same personalities. Luce will be the same old Luce. Joe will be the same old Joe. Eddie will be the same old Eddie. Brom will be the same old Brom. That's never going to change. Whether we get fancier with camera angles, nicer scoreboards, better transitions, the core kind of fundamental of the channel will never change. It just won't. So, you know, I would love to improve our production quality. I would love to start making content that starts to compete with people like Play On and Tabletop Tactics. And I think we can get there. I genuinely think with the studio that we're going for, we can get there. How long it will take us, I don't know, but I think we can get there. But that core, someone said to me the other day, it was a passing comment and it was meant nicely, but someone said, I worry with a new studio that size that you will become too corporate. That's not a risk. What I think is the biggest selling point on YouTube for the channel, is the personalities that are part of the channel. And I will never, ever try and quash those personalities and turn them into some kind of corporate camera drone, because it doesn't interest me. I wouldn't have fun making the content. They probably wouldn't have fun making the content. It's just, we had the one comment. It was meant, like, it wasn't a nasty comment. It wasn't a shitty comment. Like, I get what people are saying. It kind of makes sense. You weren't listening where you were.
No, I was reading.
I was just saying in the chat. I had a comment after yesterday that basically said, studio looks great, but I worry with a studio that size, the channel might become more corporate. Which is like, it's genuine. And like, I fully get the comment. There was other things said as well, so it was a nice comment.
Okay.
And I was like, I get it, but our 100% our main selling point is letting Joe be Joe, letting Brom be Brom, letting you be you, letting Eddie be Eddie, and having fun and having that vibe of we're all having fun together.
Yeah.
So we'll never change that. That's just not something we will ever change. That will always be the same. Asmo says, will we still have 40k After Dark? I think this is the best part of your streams. This particular stream will never change. This will always be in my office at home. And the main, 100%, the main reason why this will always be in my office at home, not because I can have a drink and I haven't got to drive back, but because Luce can be involved because the kids are asleep upstairs. So 40k After Dark will always be in this chair, so Luce can be involved, because I actually think that this show is only as good as this show is because Luce is involved. So that won't ever change, Asbo. Right? I think my personal opinion is, although it's one of our lower viewed shows, my personal opinion is that this is our best show. It's my favourite show that we do.
No.
So don't worry, this will never change. I'll be honest, I worry about you guys changing too. I tune in each day because of who you guys are. Yeah, Joe, I'm very aware of it, Joseph, so don't worry about it. It's not going to happen. 100% not going to happen. It won't. Because I think if we do that, we basically lose the DNA that makes the channel. And then you kill the channel. It's just not worth it. We're going to have more... Well, think of it this way. Here's a very simplistic way to think about it. We're simply going to have more space to dick around in. That's basically it. Simple as that. We basically have more space to dick around in. That's nothing else, nothing other than that. That's it. And I think that then means we create better content overall because we're more comfortable, we're more relaxed, we've got more space. Nothing other than that, right? Stephen says, anyone else want to see Luce beat up Boxy over a game of 40k? Do you mean beat him up or beat him at 40k? Right, anyway. Filtered isn't realistic, and realistic is the channel. Liam hasn't changed since I've watched and couldn't see it changing either, says AB. Thanks. 100%. From the start of the channel to a point in time, I kind of kept floating between different types of content and kind of, what do I want to do? Do I want to do pre-recorded back reports? Do I want to do talking heads? Do I want to do lives? And I kept floating around. And then at the point in which we kind of went live with the live streams and built it from a 1 live stream a week to the 4 shows a week we're doing now, I made a conscious choice. And I had conversations with Play On, had conversations with Mini Wargaming, I had conversations with Winters, I had conversations with Tabletop Titans. And I was like, I want it to be uncensored. Right? I want it to be an uncensored channel. I want us to be the person that you could see yourself standing opposite at your local gaming venue, in your garage, or wherever it is you play the games. And so Titan said to me, we think you're probably going to get a smaller audience because you use foul language. And Mini Wargaming said, we don't use bad language because, you know, people watch with their kids and all that kind of stuff. I've categorically said to people in the past who say, oh, my kid watches. I'm like, you're a fucking terrible parent. I made the conscious, like, it's not because I have a potty mouth. You've seen it, right? I've gone on Titans, I've gone on Mini Wargaming, I've gone on Vanguard Tactics, I've not sworn at all. I can turn it off like that.
Didn't you say God damn it or something?
So Titans told me I did a swear because I said God damn it. Not a swear, by the way. Not a swear. However, I can just turn it off and I can just turn it back on again. But when you get what you get here on the channel, what you get is you get the same mit. And I think anybody who's met me and spent any time with me, Carl spent time with me, Cass has spent time with me. I think there's other people in chat who have spent time with me. What you'll realise is what you get here is the same fucking person that will sit and have a beer with you. No differences whatsoever. Right? That is never going to change. And I want Joe to be the same person on camera that you sit and have a beer with. I want Brom to be the same person on camera who does your dental inspection. I want Paddy, Chris, and Eddie to be the same people on camera that you would sit and have a meal with or have a beer with. That's the key for me. I want you to bump into Luce at Element or wherever we are and be like, she's exactly the same. Exactly the same.
I think it's also about protecting spaces. That sounds a bit bizarre. But the pubs, the kids are in the pubs now, so you can't really swear in the pub because you're conscious that there's little ears. The youth clubs are closing. Some are reopening, thank Christ. So everybody's kind of bled into each other's space. So if you are a channel that swears, keep the swearing. It's great to be family friendly, but there's so much family friendly.
I agree.
It kind of stops us being...
Iniquity says, sitting and talking to you at Great Hall Gathering felt exactly the same. That, honestly, genuinely, is probably the biggest compliment you can pay any of us. Because the biggest thing I say to all the lads, just be yourself and be genuine. Because the other thing about being fake is you fucking can't keep it up.
No,
and you get found out eventually.
Yeah.
I think everyone gets found out. Right, okay. Anyway, the only one that's different is Brom because he's not as awkward in person. I mean, he's getting better on camera. Anyway, we are now 2 minutes over the schedule. Thank you so much for all the gifted memberships tonight. Thank you so much for the super chats. Thank you so much for the PayPal donations. I'm mildly blown away that we've made £4,500 in 2 days to support the studio. And I am happy that this is probably the better way of doing it. Oh, someone's ordered some dice as well, I think. Hang on. Oh no, someone's ordered a t-shirt. You don't have to do anything. It'll be automatically fulfilled as well. Look at that. Okay. Anyway. At least it's a real tiger to ride for sure. It is, but we're very comfortable, right? I say comfortable. We're very confident. Comfortable is the wrong word. I'm not comfortable. I am confident. But anyway, thank you so much for all the donations. You people are incredible. That's it for us this week. We'll be back next week on Tuesday with a live game of 40k. Joe is producing the stream. Eddie and I are going to be playing. He's back with the Necrons to show off their changes since the balanced data slate. I'm yet to decide what army I'm going to field against said Necrons, but we are back doing that next Tuesday. Excited for that. We'll have the normal 40k show on Wednesday, another game on Thursday, and 40k After Dark back on Friday. There will also be more shorts launching next week. Hopefully one on Wednesday, one on Friday. And the week after, hopefully one Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Eventually we're going to try and, at some point in the future, ramp up to 5 a week. So check out the little narrative snippets. That being said, part of what makes 40k After Dark the greatest show ever in the world, ever on 40k and the YouTubes in general, is this part.
The largest flying insect ever was a prehistoric dragonfly. It was about the same size as a tricycle and had a wingspan of nearly 3 feet.
This fact book is fucking awful.
I'm Googling right now.
No, because...
Prehistoric dragonfly.
No. Do I believe that a prehistoric dragonfly can have a wingspan of 3 feet? Yeah, I do believe that. But there's multiple sizes of tricycle, so it's not a fact. That's why it's not a fact.
Oh, I can't say that. I'm too tired. Meganeuropsis permana.
I'll give you a for instance. There's 2 tricycles in the shed, both different sizes.
But it's the wingspan. You got to think.
Both different sizes, both different widths. And if I go to the local Harley Davidson in Southampton, they do another tricycle, even bigger again.
Oh, right. So we're now differentiating between a pedal tricycle and a motor tricycle.
Does the fact say pedal tricycle or motor tricycle, or does it just say tricycle?
You just can't
does it just say tricycle?
People.
See, Glacier, what size tricycle? Exactly. What size tricycle is the important Fact given the average size of tricycle. What's the average size of tricycle? We don't know. This fact book is throwing loose facts out there.
I should never have Googled this dragonfly.
Oh, why?
I didn't want to sleep tonight anyway.
Oh.
No, that's messed up. Those eyes are too big.
It's just not. It's not giving you a fact, is it? It'd be like saying it used to take the Egyptians. The Egyptians used to build a pyramid in the same time as the average UK roadworks.
Just another month.
Just another month. £1 million quid. Anyway, you people are absolutely incredible. Thank you so much for your support and words of encouragement. You're beautiful human beings. I'm looking forward to more content next week. I've really got the buzz right now, and a lot of that is because of you people. So like I say in the title, I'm extremely grateful. I know all the other lads on the channel are extremely grateful. I know Luce is extremely grateful. So thank you so much for your support, you beautiful, beautiful human beings. We will see you all next week at some point, probably on Tuesday, maybe earlier, possibly not. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a bonus stream at some point because I'm just excited right now. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.